What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Ahsoka Breaking the Jedi. Um, I started the video right away and the recording right away without showing Nate what I look like. So for everyone who's watching this on Plot Host Pros on YouTube, youtube.com/Plot Host Pros. If you guys are watching this and wondering why I have sunglasses on, it's because I have a severe condition of pink eye.
Ouch. I've been there.
Yeah, but both eyes, because one eye is much worse than the other. The other one is like it's getting there. So, this is what happens when you have a infant around the house. They are a petri dish of diseases.
And they fart on your pillow.
And for the past couple of days, I had like a sore throat too as well. So I've been really under the weather and all that stuff. So, but for everyone listening to Spotify, head over to Plot Host Post and you guys will see what I look like. I look like, and I haven't shaved too as well. So I look like the Unabomber right now.
You do.
So if you were to take a photo, if you were to take a side-by-side photo, which Nate is making notes right now because that's how he's gonna edit this video. If you take a side-by-side photo, which is I believe right there, there you go, right there, Nate. There's the photo of the Unabomber right there, and that's me right there on the other side. So, but today we're not about talking about how I look like the Unabomber. But we are going to be talking about episode 6 of Ahsoka and how we got everything wrong. So our record right now is 3-1-1. That's our record. It's 3-1-1. We didn't get any of it right. Essentially, what happened in episode 5 does not count for episode 6 because you're like, oh yeah, they're in a purgo. So technically you got that right. It's like, no, that doesn't count, right? I'm man enough to admit that doesn't count, right? And if you guys are also wondering, I haven't uploaded episode 5 yet because, again, been under the weather, but I will upload. If you're listening to this right now, episode 5 will be uploaded at the exact same time. So go ahead and listen up to episode 5 too as well. But today we are going to be talking about episode 6 and how we got everything wrong. But I will say this: I've never been so happy to get everything wrong. I like getting things right, but I've never been so happy to get everything wrong. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to start this off, Nate. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to start this
Tell
off.
me why.
The reason why I'm so happy to actually get this wrong is because now we can take our focus away from predictions and everything and actually enjoy the fucking show now, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Because everything we tried to guess is done.
I mean, like, the whole Disney format, we already knew about that. The whole Disney format, we knew about the Disney format and all that stuff. And listening to all the other episodes that we did, it seems like although we're enjoying the show, but we were analyzing the show so much more than we are actually enjoying the show, right?
You're right.
Now that we got everything wrong, we can still say I think this is what's going to happen, but now it's more so like I don't know what's going to happen now, because not only that we got everything wrong, but they also did a complete 360, and instead of following the Disney format of teasing Thrawn for episode 6 and then showing him all of episode 7 and then he's going to be in all of episode 8, they did the complete 360 and just not only showed Thrawn in episode 6, but he had lines and he was there the whole fucking episode, right?
Yep.
So I've never been so happy to be wrong, but it's sad that we're not right anymore, but I'm glad that we're wrong, because now I can actually really enjoy the show now, even though one of the things that we got wrong is the fact that I said now the title character can now enjoy the show that she's named after, and again another 360 there, and it's Ahsoka was there for all of like 1 minute, and that's it. And she had literally, you can count 5 lines. That is it.
Tell me a story.
Tell me a story. Tell me a story, and that's it. Somebody's gonna tell you the story of like episode 1 and 2, because you can't really tell about episode Clone Wars and episode 3 because you were there the whole fucking time.
Yep. The whole time.
The whole time, man. So that's what I think about the episode so far. What do you think about the episode so far?
I really enjoyed it. It went past my expectations. Although I will say I kind of was right because I said, well, they'll probably have Ezra in it a little bit, and he technically was in it a little bit. Like he was literally in it for like the last 4 minutes.
I mean, now you're kind of nitpicking. I was like, I gotta have to have something right, man.
I mean, we because we're in this together. All right.
It's like, at least give me this, Tim. Like, give me one, man.
But it's all right. We, whatever.
What the one thing that they it does confirm about Ezra's look is he's older, so that means that the communication that Sabine did have was given to her before before he was transported.
Yeah.
So that at least see, I didn't even reveal that. I didn't even say I was right on that one, but whatever. You can,
take it.
No, oh man, I didn't get anything right, but it was really nice to see Ezra there a little bit and all that stuff, but there is something wrong with this episode. But go on and tell me what you like about the episode first before I tell you what's wrong with this episode.
The crab people. I thought that was funny. It reminded me of the Ewoks. I don't know why, but I'm like, I'm getting Ewok vibes from these things.
You gotta sell toys, man. You gotta sell
Disney,
toys.
100%.
You gotta sell toys, man. That is the bedrock of Star Wars ever since George Lucas, man. He knew he would get his money back from merch, man. So you gotta sell something. You gotta have to sell it. So the crab people, what else?
I liked how the Sith Jedi or whatever you want to call him. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Balin?
Balin, there we go.
Yeah.
I like how he's like on that Dathomirian planet to like well, not Dathomirian, but the Night Sisters planet to like he's there for something else or some story that he heard from back in like Jedi lore at the temple that he knows that there's something on that planet that's of use. What is that? I don't know.
Man, that's you have to consult with hardcore Star Wars fans. Not like you hardcore, but like hardcore.
Even more.
Like even more hardcore, man. Like they knew when Huan was built and precisely what he does and all that stuff, man. Like that kind of stuff, man. Like what kind of chips that's in his brain.
But like, even watching this episode, like when I was watching it, I thought about it. I'm like, wait, this kind of seems familiar. Like it now clicked in my head. Wasn't there something in the Clone Wars when the Sisters of Dathomir or whatever were trying to, I think, communicate with this galaxy? I can't remember. It was so long ago since I've seen it, but I think they tried to do something similar.
Not that I remember. Not that I remember, to tell you honestly. Because I might have to look up Clone Wars again and rewatch the whole thing and see what episodes it's in. You know what I mean?
It wasn't the final season. I think it was the season before the final season or the season before that.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of research in there that I have to like look for because I don't know what's in that planet. You gotta have to. Again, you gotta have to consult with the High Council with this thing, man. Like with the OG like Star Wars people, man. Like they're the only ones who would give you all the answers. Because as of right now, we're not gonna know what that is until probably episode 8.
Yeah,
or probably the end of episode 7. Where I don't know, right? Like there's this episode has a lot of questions in it. Besides the fact that it was it fell victim to what we were talking about, that Star Wars does not belong in these mini series like this, because now because essentially now what ended up happening is that they had to drag everything. They have to drag the whole storyline. Like it, everything could have ended in episode 6. It could have been a 6-part episode, but now they have to drag everything because they're saying that when Thrawn arrived and said we're gonna be leaving, and then we're gonna be leaving soon, and then what's her name said it's gonna be about 3 hours or something, 3 human hours, I should say.
I think it was 3 cycles, which probably means 3 days to get everything. Like cycles, like rotations of the planet. That's
No,
what
no,
I.
it can be 3 cycles because when Ahsoka was passed out, and then Huan said, Ahsoka told Huan, it's like, how long have been out? She's like, 1 cycle.
Yeah, it was 1 day.
It can't be 1 day because it looks like everything just happens. Like they were playing around outside. It can't be 1 day.
I
Probably an
mean,
hour.
nah, here I'll look it up right now. I
Okay,
got the internet.
anyways, so it can't be 3 days. So essentially, while he's looking this up, so essentially, what kind of messed me up is that they said that they're going to be leaving in 3 cycles. It, it just seems like that line was put in so that there was time for Ahsoka to get there and do this whole battle thing, right? So it's just giving it like a timeline, which is kind of weird. And then the whole searching for Ezra parts. Um, yes, Sabine went on her own and searched for Ezra. Okay, we all saw that, right? And yes, she was given the latest technology and the latest intel on where his location was. But the way that they showed it is as if it just took hours. This is a whole planet that you are searching for. What are the chances of Ezra being only miles away, or a couple of a couple of miles away, or even a mile away from where the fucking starship was? You know what I mean? Like what are those chances? Because essentially when you look at it, you see her leaving the temple, and then once you see her leave the temple, there was like 2 or 3 scenes here and there, and then all of a sudden she saw these crab people, and the crab people just took her to Ezra. So if you look at it, from the time that she left, and then the time that she saw the crab people, and the time that they took her to Ezra, that is a minimum at least an hour or two. That's it. And this is where I'm saying that Star Wars does not belong into these kind of miniseries because now it feels rush. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels really rushed now because you can't really search the whole planet for Ezra because that's gonna take, well, how would you say, Nate? Like months to search the whole planet, depending. Star Wars wise, it's gonna take.
More than likely. And as far as cycles goes, it doesn't really say here. It just says a cycle was a unit of time used on board the Death Star. Both droids such as blah 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 and blah 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 use cycles to measure time while on board the space station. So a cycle could be dependent of the planet. So I don't know.
Like I said before, hours,
Be
man.
hours,
It
days.
could be hours.
Because everything I was looking on Reddit and everything, it said, "Oh, some people are saying it's days, some say weeks, some say years, some say months." So nobody
See,
knows.
see what I'm telling you. So, but we have to go by hours because the way that they're loading the things up on the ship. I mean, like it seems like they're gonna be leaving soon. So it can't be days. So that's all I'm saying. It just the episode just feels rush because you only have 2 more episodes left and that's it. You know what I mean? Again,
Mm-hmm.
the time that she left from the temple, the time that she found the crab people, and the time that she found Ezra, the chances of that happening all in one spot within like a mile or two within each other is like the most luckiest thing ever. It's a whole planet. A planet, man. It's like me saying, "Oh, I gotta search for Nate." I get out my door and then get into my car And as soon as I leave my compound and then my neighborhood in here, I already found someone who knows Nate, and Nate is just a mile away. That is so dumb, man. Do you see like the ridiculousness of this thing? That's why it doesn't belong in these kind of short format when you're telling this type of story. So that's what I found that's kind of dumb about this episode,
I
man.
mean, they do it in a lot of things. They did it in Game of Thrones. They did it in Walking Dead. They really, some shows are just not good at perceiving
But
time
Game
for
of Thrones had
people.
1 hour to do that. 1 hour. So
This
an
episode
hour.
was like 48 minutes, so it was
This
close.
this one was like 45, 43 at best. I'll give you 45 with the credits, okay? But 43 at best, okay? And with Game of Thrones, if they say, "Oh, I'm going to go ahead and search for this person," they will not cut to that person until like days and days later. So now you have that feeling that it was days. Literally, this is a couple of if you take the scenes where Sabine Wren was searching for Ezra as soon as she left the temple, you cut out everything else and you line that up. Literally, Nate, this is about 10 frames. That's it. And she found Ezra in 10 frames.
Well,
It's messed up. I'm just saying that it's just further proves my point that something this magnitude does not belong in a short form formats like in a mini series. It has to be a lengthy episode because searching for Ezra should take 2 episodes long. You know what I mean?
yeah, but then again, it could have just been a lot of boring stuff.
Well, no, it could be a lot of boring stuff, or it could be a lot of important stuff. You could be finding more about the planet and all that stuff, but you didn't. All you saw was her leave the temple, and then she found some scavengers, fought the scavengers, yelled at a giant rat for 2 minutes,
Rat dog.
found the crab people, walked to their village, Ezra.
And
Oh
then
no, I apologize. Saw some small little baby crab people, Ezra.
help them pick up their home and start moving.
And apparently now picked up the home. And when he asked her, it's like, "Oh, tell me, how'd you get here?" She's like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that now." Why do you not want to talk about that? That seems kind of important, man. It seems kind of important. Like
Well,
you
do you want to
just
waste more time? Well, because we already know. So why do they could
well,
just cut
he
it
does.
and
Well,
say it
he
later?
doesn't know.
Well,
He doesn't.
he's gonna find out in between the episodes.
It's important in the storytelling that he has to know because you can't just be like, I can't say that you just can't be because they just did it. You know, like I'm gonna tell you later. It's like what the hell is I'm gonna tell you later? What are you gonna talk about from between the time that you saw him and packing up shit? What are you gonna talk about? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to talk about. You haven't seen each other since the fucking Clone Wars. Okay,
No,
you haven't seen
Rebels,
oh,
not Clone Wars.
and since Rebels. All right, you haven't seen each other since Rebels, and what? 3 episodes later, you saw each other. I mean, what are you going to talk about? Like, oh yeah, I don't want to talk about it now. Hey, so tell me about this crab people. Like, there is only so much that he could say, and then he's gonna be like, "So how the fuck did you get here, man? Do you know what I mean?"
A
Like,
giant whale. Well, technically, the same way he got there.
uh-huh.
Technically, yeah.
Well, no, giant
Well,
whale
no,
is
no. Technically,
is
she didn't get
Ahsoka.
there. That's
She
Ahsoka
did.
got there. Yeah, but yeah,
Ahsoka got there with a giant whale.
yeah.
So it's just there's just a lot of holes in this episode, just so that you can drag it until 2 more episodes, 7 and 8. It's just very much It's just very much rush. I just don't like that. I didn't like this episode because it was just rush. That's it.
I like how
And the
you said
whole
you liked the episode, and then now you're like, I don't like the episode.
no. What I misspoke. What I meant is like this is what I don't like about the episode.
Okay.
It just felt rush, right? The whole Balin thing. It's like, oh, can't you hear it? It's just like hear what? It's like it's something is in here. You just said while we were up there that this is a wasteland. What are you hearing?
Well, I don't know. He's hearing with the Force, obviously, but I don't know. We're gonna have to find out what that is on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Star Wars.
Jeez, man. Like they're just dragging. It's just now it becomes like a drag because now they're just gonna drag a little bit more. So, what didn't you like about the episode?
What didn't I like about the episode? I didn't like. Actually, let me go back to what I do like. I did like the freaking like gladiator looking stormtroopers. That was pretty cool.
Oh man, those.
I was like, "What is this?" Okay,
I,
okay.
I got something about the stormtroopers, but yeah. Because
I
stormtroopers.
thought that was pretty cool. I thought Thrawn was cool. Um, I don't know. What didn't I
That's
like?
it. That's it. That's all you got. See, I told you, man.
Well, no, I try to think of
This episode
what I didn't like.
this episode is more annoying than it is fucking enjoying, man. But it just drags.
I didn't like
Yeah.
the lack of explanation of the planet so far. Like you said, like I know we're gonna probably figure that's gonna be next episode. It's probably gonna be
Yeah.
Balin and his apprentice, and they're gonna be on
Mhm.
their mission because let's be honest, they're
Right.
probably not. All of them are probably not gonna make it back to Thrawn by the time he leaves. So they're gonna, like you said before, they're probably gonna be stuck on the planet
Uh-huh.
until Ahsoka gets there, and then they're all gonna probably all fight each other, and then somehow they're gonna team up because they're gonna have to for
Mhm.
some reason, probably having to do with what's on that planet,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna have to somehow try to escape by the eighth episode.
So messed up, man. Because like now, when I said in the last episodes, is that this starship cannot sustain energy for that long. It's been away for so long. Apparently, it could. I don't know what kind of messed up fuel that they're using. Like, are they using the Rick and Morty fuel? That little fucking fuel cell, that little black. Oh no, not Rick and Morty. Freaking Futurama. That freaking
Futurama, the
yeah,
poop.
yeah. The poop. Are they using that? What kind of fuel cell are you fucking using? And then on top of that, apparently Thrawn is the only one eating during that time because that belly, bro.
Yeah,
That belly, though. I mean, like, yeah, it's fine, man. Because I'm just saying, it looks like he's the only one eating in that place. The stormtroopers. I mean, you could tell what they did with the stormtroopers is that they showed how worn out and how long it's been that they've been in exile because what you do see is that all these rags, these red rags all around the stormtroopers body armor just to hold it together,
yeah,
right? And then you see the corrosion and the paint cracking and all that stuff. You can even see it on Thrawn, man. Like his suit has like this little wear and tear on the collar and all that stuff. But I don't know who his barber is,
yeah.
but damn, man, like that man gets his weekly haircut, man. Like it's pretty damn sharp, man. Um, so and again, like it just that's another thing that needs to be explained. Watching Rebels when Thrawn was launched to that galaxy, I didn't see any of those stormtroopers. Where did those stormtroopers come from?
Honestly, I'd have to rewatch it again. It's been a while, like a year or so.
There was no stormtroopers there, but sure, I mean, sure, there's a stormtrooper there, and then like, what happened to Ezra? Like, did he just like
Get launched out of the ship somehow, or
yeah, did he just get launched out of the ship somehow? Yeah, like did he take like the emergency hatch and just launched himself to that planet, that kind of stuff? And with all that battalion and him and Thrawn stuck in this one place, why the hell did it take him so long to like kill Ezra? It's just one person.
well, Ezra is a Jedi.
I come
But
on, man.
I mean, it was probably one of those things. Watch, next episode is gonna be like part, them looking around. Then we're also gonna get part flashback.
This makes no sense because Order 66, you would see some flashback with like 4 stormtroopers against 3 Jedis, and they would fucking die, and they have their lightsaber. This man doesn't even have anything, and you have a whole battalion, and you couldn't kill one person. Jesus, man. Do you see what I mean? There's just a lot of things that don't make sense.
Well, actually, stormtroopers are worse shot than clone troopers. Remember that.
Uh-huh. So I guess so, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. The more that we talk about this, the more that this episode's infuriating me, man. I thought this episode was fine, but the more that we talk about it, it's just making me pissed off, man. It's just pissing me off now.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on.
I mean, I'm just saying, man.
Stop touching your eyes.
It just doesn't make sense. No, I gotta be touching my. I have drops. I have drops. I've been putting on it. So, um, that's that's a good thing about having a doctor for a wife, man. I'm like, oh, my eye, like I need something for it. She's like, I got you.
Yep.
Um,
I got you.
yeah. So, she has it too. So, um, okay,
sucks.
I'm just gonna segue a little bit, but these sunglasses I'm wearing, it's not mine. These are just like spare sunglasses that my wife has. So today I was like, I need some sunglasses because I lost my sunglasses. She's like, oh yeah, so you need some new sunglasses. I'm like, yeah, we could go get some new ones. I'm like, yeah, we could go to the mall and try some new ones. See what
Give it to everybody.
like just start trying them on, man. Hey, look, man. The faster I can get rid of this, the faster I'll heal. All right.
Of course.
But yeah, no, that's just a quick segue there. But yeah, I don't know. I have nothing. I have no other notes for this show. I mean, the only thing I can say is like, oh, what are the predictions for the next show? But I don't have any solid prediction. Again, this show made it seem as made its way so that it was created in a way that we could now enjoy the whole show now.
Yeah, now
Because
we got 2 episodes of we don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, we have 2 episodes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What is we do know is that this show should not be called Ahsoka at all. It should be called Rebels.
Well, just like Boba Fett should have just been called Mandalorian 2.5.
It's the same, yeah. Mandalorian 2.5 is the same thing. It's like it's like Boba Fett was only there for like 3 episodes, and then the rest of the episodes, the Mandalorian, and then they interviewed him. They're like, yeah, technically this is like Mandalorian, and then now we're like Ahsoka's like, yeah, this is technically Rebels. Then just call it as it is, man. Just call it as it is. I mean, people would have been happy that way. Because now Ahsoka is just there, like three,
Question is,
4.
what is she gonna do? The thing that's funny is we're asking, oh, what's gonna happen with Ezra? What's gonna happen with Sabine?
Yeah.
We're not asking what's gonna happen with Ahsoka.
Like another thing that's kind of questioning is that, oh yeah, this place is where the whales come to die. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean that these whales are going to die? That's why they went there? And if if they are going there to die, then that means that there's only one way out of this galaxy.
Death.
Well, no. I mean the starship that they came in.
Yeah.
That's that big ring. That's the only way out. So yeah, I think we're gonna see some people just left behind.
Yep.
I say Sabine. She should be. Oh, that's another thing I want to say too as well. Okay. Do you have anything else before I tell you about what my theory about Sabine is?
Oh, I pretty much said my piece. I am done.
Okay.
Your turn.
So, theory time. Sabine Wren is the perfect Sith. The perfect Sith. Okay. So we know that Sith basically acts on impulse and emotions and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they get their harness their power. That's why they tend to be a little bit more aggressive in a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Jedi tend to be more calculating and all that stuff, reasoning and all that stuff. Sabine is the perfect Sith because she is not a Jedi. She's more of a Sith, but she can control her emotions, but yet her emotions she can control her emotions to the point that she uses reasoning for it. Does that make sense? Because essentially, when she gave that map to Balin, essentially, it's kind of like the whole question: would you sacrifice one person to save a billion, or would you sacrifice a billion to save one person? And she went with that reason.
Yeah.
right? So she's acting way more in her emotion, and she could use the force a little bit, but the way that she's using the force is she's using the force based on what Ahsoka is telling her. If she were to use the force more aggressively as a Sith, then she'll be perfect. She's not. She's more calculated. She's like Bane. Okay, she's like Bane. Bane is more calculated. She's not like the Joker. The Joker is more like if I put it in DC comics, the Joker is the traditional Sith, and Bane would be Sabine Wren. She's more calculated in her emotions. She can control her emotions, but when she needs to use it, she would use it, and she wouldn't use it as a Jedi. She would use it as a Sith. So she is the perfect. She is the perfect Sith. She's she's not aggressive. She's just not. She's not using her whole emotion, right? But she can control it. That's just my theory on it. I think she's the perfect Sith, if there is such thing. So I
No
don't
one,
think there is,
no
but
one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
yeah, exactly, man. She's like the Brawly. She's like the Brawly of Sith, right?
Kakarot.
Cause like Brawly is the perfect specimen. He was born a Super Saiyan. Okay, he's born a Super Saiyan. So that's what Sabine is. I don't know. That's just my theory. Does it sound? Does it?
I mean, it
Does
sounds
it
alright,
sound?
except we really haven't seen her use any force abilities yet. So,
Well, because my
which,
theory
which,
is
which, I'm gonna collaborate here with your theory, which could be true. Her force powers might come out through her anger.
that's what I'm saying. So she's the perfect Sith, man. So I say that she gets left behind. Okay, so I can make a prediction on the eighth episode, not the seventh, because I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. Um, the eighth episode, I say Sabine sacrificed herself somehow. She gets left behind, right? Um, Ezra said, "Go fuck yourself. I'm sacrificing with you." Ezra dies, right? And then Ahsoka. I don't know what's gonna happen to Ahsoka, but I know she's gonna die too. Uh oh, actually, that's all my prediction for eighth. And I just thought of something. Um, they're not killing everybody, man. They should kill everybody, but they're not killing everybody, which
And
is
they gotta
fuck.
save him. They gotta save him for later on.
They
We
fucked
got a
up.
movie. We got a
They
movie.
they kill. They're gonna kill. In my opinion, I think they're gonna kill half of them, or whoever's in that galaxy. That's what's gonna be killed. Uh, but I don't know. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be some sacrifices happening now, and then when that happens, I'm telling you, when the movie comes out, everybody dies.
Okay.
I'm still holding true to that.
Okay.
uh, anything else, Nate? You have any final thoughts? I have nothing, man, because this is a different kind of nothing. Because like
Yeah.
episode 5, I have nothing because it was a flawless episode. Episode 6, I have nothing because this is just a bullshit episode.
I'm just I'm just ready for the rest of it. Just give it to me already.
This is just a bullshit episode, man. I'm telling you right now. Oh, seriously, I got nothing. But yeah. So, anyways, tell us what you guys think, man. This is one of the shortest episodes that we've done because I got nothing. I just really
Me
got
neither.
nothing. But let us know what you guys think, man. Episodes review for episode 5 is out right now too as well. So go ahead and take a listen to that. There's a long theory in there. Let me know if you guys agree with it. And then episode 6, obviously you guys are listening to it now. If you guys want to see my Halloween costume as a Unabomber, go ahead and watch it on Plot Host Pros, youtube.com/Plot Host Pros. It'll be up on Friday. So any last words, Nate?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little different, but I realized today, I was thinking about it, I was kind of stressed out, and I figured out what it was. I was stressed out about it. Oh, it was my mom's birthday today. She passed away when I was 14, and I just want to dedicate this episode to her memory.
Happy birthday, mom. There you go, man. I know what it's like to lose a parent, man. So hope that you visit her grave and stuff like that.
She was cremated, so she's with me all the time.
Well, you guys don't. Oh, okay, so it's different though, because like in the Philippines, there's like a lot, and you can just put them like on a lot. It's
I
like a
mean,
little.
we could have done that, but my dad wanted to keep her ashes, so
Oh, okay, yeah. My dad's ashes divided into two. One is staying with my mom, and the other one's in the Philippines. So
okay,
it's over there. So he's in two
cool.
places at once. See that?
That's
Uh,
awesome.
I know. And there's just a little small segue before the end of the show. And sometimes my daughter would actually just stare in empty space and start laughing. And Filipinos kind of they believe in like reincarnation and also like ghosts and stuff like that. So I'm just like scares the shit out of me sometimes. And knowing my dad, I know he likes to scare people. Halloween's like his favorite day. That's his birthday too. So I'm like, he can't. And my wife always says like, "Oh, that's your dad visiting her." I was like, "Can't be." She's like, "Why not?" Because my dad died of COVID. I'm like, "He had COVID. Can't travel." So I just look at my dad like differently than other people, but I'll tell you about that later. But again, that is it for this episode, guys. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you follow, subscribe on both Plot Host Pros and here on Uncensored Nerds. But until then, we will see you guys next episode next week.